I just finished the book Art of Winning by Bill Belichick today, and in one of the last chapters, he was really emphasizing the value of a culture. Okay, the culture that the team had was the foundation of their success. Everything ran through their culture. So I had to do some self-reflection and think, okay, well, what is my culture? What is my personal culture based off of? How do I view the world? What do I think are the tenets that create success for me? All right, so I'm going to share all 8 of them. I came up with 8 of them for you today. This is the framework in which I view the world and the culture that I hopefully rub off on other people when I interact with them, and that other people can be influenced by, okay? Every single person on this planet has some sort of culture, some sort of value system, some sort of rules of life or laws of the universe or behavior patterns that they share with the world, okay? And that they live by no matter what. They have these patterns that they live by, okay? So we need to become aware of what they are. And I think once we define them and live by them, we will be more successful, okay? So number 1, I believe every single individual is created in the image of God, okay? What does that mean? If you're an atheist watching this, this also applies to you too, okay? So God, while I personally believe is a real being, if you don't, you can think of it as an idea. God is an idea that exists in books, in cultures, some sort of higher power or source energy. It exists as an idea, okay? And that idea of that being has characteristics, okay? It is a creator. It is love. And those are 2 of the things that it embodies, okay? Now, people mimic those things, okay? People are creators. People have the ability to love. They are created in the image and the likeness. They are little versions of that thing, okay? God, okay? So I believe that everyone is created in the image of God, so they have the ability to a smaller extent to do what God does, okay? I think that this is incredibly crucial because once we figure out our identity, once we have some sort of belief system that we can go by, that identity allows us to reach new levels of success, okay? So if I believe I'm just a nobody blob that randomly happened, I'm not valuing myself enough. So even if I was an atheist, having some sort of higher level of value of what I am and what people are, I think increases success in any area of life, okay? Number 2, these people have the ability to be a free thinker, okay? You are not a robot. You are not, and maybe free will is what I would describe this. You're not a robot. You're not just like being programmed by society, okay? You are to some extent, but you have the ability to think and analyze and choose what you believe and what you don't believe, okay? Here's what happens. This is why this important tenet is so important to me, because I see so many people that just do what everyone else does. They just follow whatever their pastor says. They follow whatever school told them. They say do whatever their parents told them. All right? They are not free thinkers. They are just a robot that is literally absorbing what other people said, and they're just believing it and doing what other people said. They're not free thinkers. They possibly have never had a unique thought in their life, okay? I think that is bad. I think that every single person has the ability to be a free thinker, okay? So you're not just being programmed. You have the ability to stop and say, you know what? I have this bad habit. I'm going to change that, okay? I have this belief. What if this belief that I have is actually not true? What if what that person told me is actually not true? Okay, what if that person said like 50% good stuff that I resonate with, but 50% bad stuff, okay? So I think that you have the ability to be a free thinker, and that this leads you to be more successful in life because it increases your awareness and allows you to consider more possibilities that are outside of the box. Most of the solutions to the problems we have in life are due to thinking outside of the box. Oh, you know what? I never considered that before. Okay, now that's the solution. Okay, number 3, I think people should aim for excellence. Okay, they should be the best version of themselves. Okay, now this has nothing to do with your value as a person. This is just some sort of target. Okay, I'm not saying that if you don't aim for excellence that you're bad or a loser or anything. I just think that you have a target, and I live by all of these, okay? I need to have a target that I live by. Okay, well, my target for this period of time is I'd like to shoot for this, okay? Now, it has nothing to do with hitting the target. It has everything to do with now I have some sort of guide. Okay, well, if I'd like that in the next year or so, let me line up my actions to try and get closer to that. Okay, even if I don't hit the target, it gives my life some sort of direction that I can head towards. Okay, I'd like to create some sort of audience on YouTube. I'd like to hopefully maybe get monetized and things like that. That is just a goal that I am aiming for. It provides direction for me to head versus me just being lost. Well, I'm just going to upload some random videos and hope it works out. That's not the case. I want to create an audience that has similar values to me, that likes me, that I like them, and hopefully we can all make the world a better place and become the best version of ourselves, okay? I have a target that I'm aiming for, some sort of thought patterns that I would like to accomplish. It doesn't mean it's going to accomplish next week. It doesn't mean it's going to accomplish next month or next year or 10 years from now, but I now have something that I'm heading towards, okay? Number 4. Not only are people created in the image of God, that is something that everybody is equally. Every single person is inherently unique, okay? So if let's just say I hear a lot of success people say that, oh man, everyone should be doing this business. No, not everybody should, okay? Because their unique pattern of operation, their unique mindset, their unique ethnicity and the culture from that ethnicity, their unique upbringing, their unique skill, their unique desires, the things that they love, all of that is inherently valuable. Everything about that leads them to be successful, okay? So I don't want people to be in a box. I want them to be a free thinker and acknowledge the fact that they're unique, okay? There's something special about you that you are going to be successful in a very specific niche area that I can never be successful in. You are better at one thing that I will never be good at, and that other people are never going to be good at, okay? You have a specific area, a hyper-focused uniqueness that you will succeed in, okay? You have to acknowledge your uniqueness, and you have to basically find, man, what about me do I want to share with the world? You have a unique, valuable perspective that the world needs to hear and that you can add value to people with, okay? Let's just say you are a roofer. You want to do roofs, okay? You want to create the best roof on a house, okay? That is a unique value that somebody adds, okay? I want to be the best, most healthiest doctor. That is a unique value that I can add to society, okay? A unique value that I add to society. Now, guess what? Maybe I want to make the best paper clips, okay? Well, you know what? Paper clips are valuable too, okay? So somebody had to do it, all right? So maybe you just want to be a parent, just the best parent. Maybe you invest in raising your kids, and that is the best thing. So whatever that your heart's desire is, You have to follow that, okay? You can't just do what everyone else said. Okay, go to school, get a good job. Well, I did this good job, and now I'm getting paid really well, but my life sucks. You want to know why your life sucks? Because you're not leaning into your uniqueness. You are just doing what everyone else told you to do sometimes, okay? So you're not operating in that calling of your life, okay? Number 5. Every single human on this planet has inherent value. People are valuable because they're people, okay? This is kind of built on the fact that they're unique and created in the image of God. But let me explain something to you. There are so many people that write other people off, and I've done it in the past too. So I'm no stranger to this, but this is something that I realize. When you treat people like they're inherently valuable, like no matter what they look like, what their problems are, what their social skills look like, when I acknowledge that they are inherently valuable because they're a human, and I treat them as if they're valuable, my life gets way better. And you know what? Their life gets better too, okay? So let me explain something to you. Every single human on this planet, including myself, has problems. We all have some serious problems going on. Every single person's problem is unique. Some people are psychopaths. Some people have crippling depression and they can't get out of bed. Some people spend too much money, okay? Everyone is messed up, okay? Everyone has some sort of messed up. And what happens is some people can't talk right. They have a stutter. Some people are just less intelligent, okay? What happens is people see that and they write them off, and they don't see the value that those people have, and they lose out, okay? I've lost out because I haven't valued someone for who they could be and who they are, okay? And I'll give you examples here. There are some people that are not free thinkers. They're basically a robot or an NPC, okay? So we've got an NPC, and they also talk shit about you, okay? So they are like a programmed NPC, and they talk shit about you, okay? But when you need help in a very specific area, somehow they're the one that can help you, okay? There are people, like, when we start to focus on the value that they add, you know what? Oh, that person was a narcissist and they treated me like shit. Well, guess what? That person is super valuable still because they now acknowledged an area of your life that you could potentially improve, okay? Oh, that person, my wife is nagging all the time, okay? Well, I think it was Seneca or one of the older Stoic philosophers who said, I'm thankful for my nagging wife because she helps me to be more emotionally disciplined. And I'm paraphrasing that, but okay. When people, regardless of their mistakes and problems, are inherently valuable. Once we treat them like that, it opens new doors. It opens new doors, okay? Number 6. How do I want to put this? The world is basically like a game or a simulation that has rules, okay? I'm not going to say like I'm a game theorist or anything, but the system that we live in works by rules, not merit, okay? So what you need to understand about that is that the way we become successful, the way we have better relationships, the way we have better finances, the way that we are happier has nothing to do with how good or how nice you were. It has to do with you knowing and following the rules that this world has, okay? And over the thousands of years humans have been around, we have been able to discover what these rules are, okay? And so when you understand that the world is a game that has rules, you can stop worrying about why things are not working out because you just don't know what the rule is, okay? So if I have a person who is acting a certain way, there's a rule that exists, or a law or universal law that exists that helps solve that problem, okay? And I can't really get into every single law or everything, and I sure don't know them, but I know that the world has rules, and when we follow them, we have better finances, better relationships, and we can be more successful in life, okay? The world has rules just as much as there are laws and rules of the universe like gravity. There are spiritual laws and principles that help us have better life, like emotional intelligence or I'll give you one that Buddha figured out, okay? Detachment decreases suffering. So the more attached I am to something, the more I suffer. That is one law of the universe that you could theoretically say. Or you could say that a man reaps what he sows, or karma. When you do good to people, good comes back somehow. When you do bad to people, you become corrupted and bad comes to you, okay? The world has rules, all right? You got to understand that the world has rules, all right? Success is defined by people helped, not money earned, okay? When you focus on the amount of money or the results you have, you're going to not be successful because you're too focused on that area. Because you can't control that. You have no idea to control that. What you can control is people helped. How many people are you actually helping? If you help one person a day, one person a week, one person a year, you will receive, due to the laws of the universe, some sort of success in proportion to how many people you helped. If you help 10 billion, well, there's not 10 billion people that exist. So if you help 1 billion people get a new iPhone, then you will reap financial rewards and success based on that, okay? So success is determined by people helped, not finances earned. So when we focus on, okay, well, can I make that person's life better? Can I make that person's life better? It kind of goes along with the laws of the universe. I keep making other people's lives better, I become more successful, okay? If I make my wife's life better, if I help her have a good life, then I get a successful marriage because I helped her. See, marriage is like a business partnership in my mind, okay? It's two people that help each other succeed in life, okay? And the more I help that person succeed, the more the marriage succeeds, okay? That's just how I think about that. But it could be like, you know what? The more value I add to you, the more successful I'm going to be. You know what? The better friend I am to you, the more you want to be my friend, okay? Focus on people helped because you can control that. And that leads to indirect results, okay? And success happens when people increase their awareness, success happens. I'm knowledgeable Nick. I'm super incredibly smart and good looking, okay? So success happens when people increase their awareness. I want you to imagine right now every problem that you have in your life or have ever had in your life. Let's focus on one, okay? I have a specific problem. I can't do this. I can't do that, okay? I'll give you a perfect example. I had a problem with my air fryer, okay? Man, I'm tired of cleaning this damn air fryer, okay? I'm tired of cleaning this air fryer, okay? Well, when I increased my awareness, I found out that there's these air fryer paper liners that you can just put in, and then when you're done, you just take it out, and the entire air fryer just stays clean, and you don't have to clean it, okay? As often. Instead of every time I got grease or whatever all in the bottom, I don't have to clean this as often because I just take the paper liner out and throw it out, okay? So when you want to be successful in life, when you have a problem that you need to overcome, all you have to do is increase your awareness. So my channel here, the point of my channel is to help you increase your awareness. I'm here to help you understand the world better, show you the way I view the world, and the foundation of my personal culture. And I think that these things, by increasing today, you increase your awareness by seeing the other 7 tenets that I shared. And I personally believe that these are so valuable that if you just adopt one of them, one of these 8, your life will be a lot more happier and you'll be more successful in whatever area of your life. So, bam, that's my video. If this video helped you, share it with a friend. If you want to comment something negative, comment that, because you know what? Your negative comment has inherent value. So why don't you comment something negative about how this video sucks, or comment something positive, and or whatever. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button. I don't care. All right, have a wonderful day.